Players, what's up? Welcome to the first ever Sports Plus Live YouTube channel. YouTube video. Anyways, my name's Edgar, Mr. aka Rodriguez. It's what I look like if you guys have never seen my pretty face. I'm going blind. Diabetes trying to take my eyes, but we're going to fight this. Anyways, this is not what I want to talk about. I want to talk about what we saw this weekend. Andy Ruiz versus Anthony Joshua. If you saw it, like any regular fan, you were probably disappointed. And rightfully so. It didn't live up to the hype of the first one. It fell flat on its face. From a casual fan perspective, it was terrible. A waste of money, a waste of a subscription to DAZN, $20. I get it. From a boxing standpoint, a true boxing fan, a person that watches boxing all the time, it was alright. It was cute. I understand what Anthony Joshua was accomplishing. I understand. I could tell from the get-go what Andy Ruiz was trying to do. It was very obvious what the two were going to do from the get-go. They set the tone right away. Anthony Joshua boxed. Andy Ruiz was trying to pick his spot. That makes for a very boring fight. Now, what we weren't watching a fight. We were watching a boxing match. Now, there's a big difference between boxing and fighting. What we saw that night, or that afternoon, was a boxing match. What we saw the first fight was a fight. It wasn't the first boxing match was a fight. A fight is when people get knocked down, people actually get hit hard, people going back and forth, going at it. That's a fight. That's a scrap. That's what people love, and that's what makes boxing exciting. That's what made Anthony Joshua exciting. That's what put Anthony Joshua on the map. That's what put Andy Ruiz on the map. That's what made this fight very interesting. A lot of eyes were on it. The world's eyes were on it. Especially here in the United States when there's a lot of college football going on. Which, by the way, Boomer Sooner. But we're talking about different scraps. Not the Big 12 championship scrap or the Big 10 championship scrap. We're talking about the scrap that didn't happen. Now, this is the reason why I started Sports Plus Life. Sports Plus Life got started because I wanted to tell the difference between a fight and a boxing match. Boxing is what Floyd Mayweather does. Boxing is what's called, as you heard Anthony Joshua say in the post-fight interview, I wanted to show the sweet science. Growing up, me and none of my homies liked fucking science, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. See, no one liked science growing up. Unless you're a fucking nerd, but now you're a fucking rich nerd because you probably like science. Anyways, he wanted to bring back the sweet science. There's only, I'd say, about 3 heavyweights who can pull off the sweet science. Muhammad Ali, Evander Holyfield, and Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson definitely was a slugger, but he knew how to box. He knew when to strike. He knew when to knock you the fuck out. There's a difference between what those 3 did and what Anthony Joshua did. Now, Anthony Joshua has been known to slug it out. He's boxed very well in other fights. He's fought adversary in other fights. He's been down in almost all the fights I've watched. Someone has knocked him down. He's technically a good fighter. He did more running than boxing on Saturday. That was an issue. And the boxing didn't bother me. The running did. When you're going out there and just throwing fucking just fucking this. Like, see how hard I hit that? When you're pity patting, when you're barely just throwing your jab out and maybe throwing a right. I think he landed about 3 good shots in that fight and didn't really do much to Ruiz. Just came straight at him. Even towards the end of the fight, the end of that round, the 12th round, he didn't even want to square up. He just kept running, circling around. That's not boxing. What fighting is what people like Mike Tyson did. What Julio Cesar Chavez did. Those are also great boxers. You know, Anthony Joshua dropped the ball. He was, I think, in many ways lucky for this fight. But it's what it does, and now I know what's going to happen after this fight. I know what's going to happen after this fight. He's probably going to fight Usyk. Usyk, which is a former cruiserweight, moving up to heavyweight, won his last fight. His first fight at heavyweight. Probably going to fight him. And I heard they're going to fight he's going to fight Pulev. I think the 40-year-old that fought before him. I'm not 100% sure. And they're definitely going to keep him away from Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. They're definitely going to keep him away from Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Those guys can box and fight. There's a difference. And Eddie Hearn isn't stupid. He's a smart dude. Everyone in that ring celebrating like he's never won before, like he just knocked out Ruiz, like he avenged his loss. Everyone that was celebrating in that ring should be ashamed of themselves. They should go ahead and look back, take this L, even though you win, take a hard L, because you couldn't knock out a guy who partied the whole training camp, who ate fucking tamales the whole training camp, tortilla with the butter the whole training camp, some sopes, taco truck every Friday night. You couldn't knock that guy out. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should revisit. Just think back. You gotta win. Whoop-de-fucking do. But you still got knocked the fuck out. He still knocked you the fuck out. You still have that loss on your record that says you got knocked the fuck out. KTFO. You know what I mean. Knocked the fuck out. And all you did was pity pat that guy. If someone knocked me out and I had a chance to fight him again, it's on sight. See these fucking hands? I might have 9 toes, but I got fucking 10 fingers. I'm fucking scrapping. Ain't no one gonna fucking knock me out. And when I see him next, it's gonna be all fucking just hugs. Fucking Hallmark cards. And fucking hugs. And here's a couple balloons. Oh, Hallmark card. None of that shit is going down on my watch. But that's what Anthony Joshua did. Anthony Joshua decided to play it safe. Although, what got him to this point, what got him to this stardom, what got him to this point to win, to make all this fucking money, which I heard was like 75 mil. And he goes out there, dances, hugs, like it's a fucking 6th grade dance, and just paws at his face, and disappoints the fucking country, disappoints the whole world. Everyone outside of the United Kingdom was probably a little pissed. Because I sat there and I'm a big boxing fan and I love boxing. I love what I watch. I love it, especially if it's exciting. That was not too exciting for me. But I got it. I get what he was doing. I get it from a boxing standpoint. But as a man standpoint, still got knocked out. Still got your shit wrong. You owe it to Andy Ruiz for a 3rd fight. You owe it to the world to fucking fight. Sports Plus Life, Mr. AKA